Hey everyone! The big question is why I ate 120 kebabs in 30 days. But before I get into that, I would like to tell you how I felt in the last one and a half month. I was quite confident I will be able to do it. But right before, like 2-3 days, I read an article that a guy in the UK ate 124 kebabs in 31 days and it hurt him mentally and physically the same way. And I'm like, okay, it might not be that easy how I thought. Just to tell you, the challenge supposed to end the 30th of October, and I didn't see the date, so I accidentally continued the challenge for one more day. So after all, I ate 124 kebab too. It was not a challenge. But now I can get into why I did it. Long story short, for money. Let me elaborate on that. I'm a student, so I cannot really afford anything. And I have a part time job. And I knew people on TikTok, YouTube make good money. Basically, my job was the trigger. I worked for 5 years as a delivery guy in Vienna. And I deliver food with bicycle. Nothing serious, but you have to know about this job. We have freelancer contract. That means you don't have summer and Christmas money. And that's the who doesn't live in Austria, the 13 and 14 month salary. We don't have holiday money. We don't have sickness leave. We have nothing. We get money after orders, so after performance. And that means we are also free. We don't have a boss. We can take shifts how we want it. And it was nice because at the beginning I didn't have money and they paid very good at the beginning actually. I had time to learn German properly. I could start my master, so from the zero to a very high level. Also, I liked it because at least I could stay fit. It was fine. But I worked there since 5 years, and this company exists in Vienna for 7 years. And in that 7 years, the first raise happened in last February, so 1.5 years ago. And that raise was like a 10% raise, not so bad. I have to explain our salary system for that. It became €4 per order, and this salary had two different parts. €3.24 were the fixed delivery fee after every single order. We also had 76 cent distance fee. It was nice. And how it changed, the original, after every single delivery, became €3.55. Now they counted the distance based on GPS or Google data, I don't know. And with that, our fee went up to average €4.50. And it was a quite good raise, I would say. But there's always a but. Until last February, the distance fee was tax free. And that means we didn't have to pay health insurance. The company didn't pay health insurance, didn't pay any tax. We just received it as part of our 200% tax free salary. After this change with the new contract, of course, it was no tax free anymore. Our brutto was raised by 10%. In the reality, our netto stayed the same. Okay, let's say it's good, but why is it good for me? Like, it's good for them. Finally, they are doing it legally. And before that, they did some shady trick with the system. But okay, let's continue. This June, they announced that we will get a raise by average 3-5%. They weren't represent with us. And that should have been already suspicious. It was like a COVID happened, there's a war right next to us, there's a hyperinflation. So finally, they might give us something. And it turned out, of course, it's my fault because I didn't read the contract properly. But this contract, 17 pages. And maybe on the 14th, 15th page, the one third part, there is a table which explains the new payment system, which at the beginning was like impossible to understand. They just sent an email, I should have decoded it. Without explaining it, it's not that easy. From the original €3.55 per order, they took away 45 cents, which means that we become fixed €3.10 after every single order. And also, there is a chance to get twice 40 cents, which altogether 80 cents. And it sounds very good. But now let me explain you what these 40 cents are. Both of them is based on performance. The first 40 cents we can get if we perform our shift with 105%. If I have a 5-hour shift, I have to start it 20 minutes or half an hour earlier, or I have to finish 20 minutes, half an hour later. Which is why. That's why I take shifts that I don't want to work more or less. It's fine. That's still 5 cents minus. So the other 40 cents, we have to accept 97% of the orders, then we become 10 cents. With 98%, we become 20 cents. With 99%, we become the full 40 cents. I gave chance for the system for 2 weeks. And in that 2 weeks, my hourly wage dropped back with €1 per hour. And why is that? Why does it drop back? So just imagine if you have a 5 kilometer order at a certain point of the city and you have to go outside the outer ring. So for example, Auhof, Schwehat, there are no restaurants there. So you don't have an order for half an hour. It's basically a shift killer. But let's say I only accept 50% and I don't care about that. That means I do the same like before. They decrease my salary after 5 years with 5 cents. It's not much. But what the fuck is that? These pink motherfuckers. Middle of a crisis, they decrease our salary, even if it's with 5 cents. It's nothing else but an exploiting labor work. How is it possible in Austria to happen something like this? How? Because of this, since 2 months, I have to get on my bike. I almost feel physical pain. I didn't like my job before because this job is, if you can read. So basically, 2 years of primary school, you can do it. I am the idiot. I don't quit. And I should. And it's only temporary. But for my colleagues, it's not temporary. So something must happen. Something must happen because for me, it's maximum a few more months. I will quit. That's for sure. And why I'm telling this? Based on what happened 1 month ago on the election. So I don't care who. Herbert Kickl, Andreas Babler, Karl Nehammer, I don't care. But someone has to finally do something. And if I don't say it, I don't talk, maybe 10 people will watch it. But at least I did something. And that's it. This cannot go on. This is. What is this? One night in August, I was so mad and angry that they can do it with us. I just couldn't sleep like 2, 3 hours. And then I thought, I have to tell this story, but how? For that, I need attention. And then it came to my mind, let's eat 120 kebabs for 30 days. And if it works out, I will have also money and everything can work out finally. Actually, that's the reason. And just to finish on a positive note, there is also another reason why I did it. I am in the middle of my personal development journey. Right now, it would take much more time to tell everything. If you are interested in my story, then click on that follow button and see you soon.